to our first guest on the line. Catalina Shortwave joins us today, and I believe I've got Dave on the line. Is that correct?
No, you've got Marty on the line.
I've got Marty today. Okay, well, good stuff, man.
How you doing?
Pretty good, actually. Tell us about Catalina Shortwave, man, because you guys have got a really, really cool band here. Tell me about it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate all the help and the love that you've been throwing us. It's just been fantastic to be a part of your program. We got together last fall, and it was really me, Dave, and Brent. We've known each other from around town for a few years, and you know, musicians always kind of find each other. You know, it's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know if we smell funny or what, but we always find each other, and sure enough, we did. And Dave and Brent had been demoing some stuff and kind of had a thing going on, and I knew about it. And I had a band that was just getting ready to go on hiatus, and I came in and played with them a couple of times, and it really clicked. It was like we opened a faucet and the music started pouring out. And the three of us kind of looked at each other as it was happening and went, "Wow, this is really good. Whatever this is really good. Let's keep doing this." And in a fairly short period of time, from September to probably January, I'd say, we wrote and recorded. And here about a month ago, we got the album out. And the album's been doing really well.
Catalina Shortwave with us today here on Music Monday, here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show. And we're going to be doing, in our third hour today. I don't know why I keep saying fourth hour. I think maybe somebody's trying to tell me something somewhere. In our third hour today, we're going to be talking to Timothy J. Bernard. He is going to be our Music Monday focus. Charles Faddis in the final hour as well of our program. But today, Catalina Shortwave joins us here on the program, and you guys have a really, really cool fan following. Tell me about this fan following you've got. Really good stuff, man.
Well, the fan following has really been fantastic. Between people that you know, whether they're friends of ours on Facebook or just, you know, friends from around town or friends from around the country, people that we've known from previous bands who had maybe fans of earlier bands that we were in, we were able to reach out to them and say, you know, hey, I've got something else going on. You ought to come check it out. We did a lot of work with Facebook. We did a lot of work with Reverb Nation. Between the two. And we did hire a promoter, which was, you know, absolutely a good move. We're up over, I think, 11,000 likes on Facebook, and we're pushing 12,000 on Reverb Nation. And the record's been out a month. You know, go figure. I mean, I think that speaks to the way the music is actually reaching people. That it's touching something inside everybody, even though the music doesn't really fit into one specific genre. You know, it's not pop, it's not shoegazer, it's not R&B, it's not rap, it's not heavy metal, it's not any one thing. There's a lot of cross sections of a lot of different styles of music that are really reaching, I think, a lot of people and touching a lot of people. And when we were writing the heart in a very, very real way. We were writing what made us feel good, and we thought, well, if the record sells and if other people like it, hey, that's great. But it's certainly getting our Jones, you know. And as it's turned out, you know, playing from the heart and doing something that's really genuine. It comes across, apparently. People get it, you know. It translates. And the fan response has just been beyond our wildest expectations.
Catalina Shortwave with us today here on the program. How do we connect with you guys online? Is there a website? Is there anything we can direct people to?
You can absolutely do that. You can go. We have a website, catalinashortwave.com. You can find us on Facebook under Catalina Shortwave. We're on Twitter. You can also hear us streaming on SoundCloud. You can hear us streaming on Groove Shark. You can hear us streaming on Spotify. You know, all the majors. And, of course, it's available for sale on iTunes and CD Baby and Amazon and eMusic and 3 or 4 others. So it's out there and it's around.
We've got Catalina Shortwave with us today here on Music Monday, here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar show, coast to coast and border to border. And CatalinaShortwave.com, you need to go over there and check that out. We're going to play a couple tunes from Catalina Shortwave here. Tell me about Hazel Deer. We're going to play that here in a few moments.
Hazel Deer is, I think it was actually the first song that Dave and I wrote. For whatever reason, Brent couldn't make it that night, and so Dave and I we were kind of standing there looking at each other, going, because Brent had really been doing a lot of the writing, and I said to Dave, "Okay, sing it the way you hear it in your head. Sing it the way you feel it in your heart."
Okay.
And let me hear that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he did that, and I figured out, okay, first of all, what key is he singing? And in the process of doing that, as a guitar player, it pushed me into a different realm. I come from writing real groove-oriented hard rock, and I found myself with Hazel Deer really writing a platform for Dave's vocals and for his lyrics to ride on, and that was a very new experience for me. And it was on the one hand, it was uncomfortable because it wasn't what I was used to doing. On the other hand, it felt so right. It felt absolutely genuine. It felt very true, and by the time we had done, I think maybe just the first or second rough cut, we sat there and looked at each other and kind of went, "Whoa, this is good." It's a little spooky. It's a little dark. It tells the song tells kind of a sad story about the Dust Bowl back in the 30s and what happens to a girl in particular, and so within the context of the story that Dave was telling with his lyrics, I felt it was my job to write music that supported in an appropriate way the story that he was telling, and Hazel Deer is what came out of it.
Well, here we go. It's Hazel Deer. It's Music Monday. We're back here in a few with more from Catalina Shortwave here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar show.
Never knew a home except the one that Daddy dug. Mama reached for Jesus and Daddy for his jug. Mama died when you were just a child of 13. When Daddy died soon after, well, you knew what it would mean. Rolling like the thistle and drifting like the dust. Plied the trade along the plains with no one left to trust. Safe for passage east to west, just trying to get away from all the dark and vicious things that men can do and say. Hazel Deer, you should have left a long, long time ago, before the grass got burnt to dust and wind began to blow. Now Hazel Deer, it would appear that what they're saying's true. All your love got buried neath the black wind, cracking blue. You became a mama when the dusters rode through town. Did the best you could to keep your daughter safe and sound. But little lungs, with all your help, they couldn't get a breath. And all your hopes of leaving here were buried with her death. Hazel, dear, you should have left a long, long time ago, before the grass got burnt to dust and wind began to blow. Now, Hazel, dear, it would appear that what they're saying's true. All your love got buried neath the black wind, cracking blue.
These people, they ask me, son, do you want to be saved? And I said, saved? Saved from what? And they said, well, the devil. Can you believe that? The devil? Brother, I am the devil.
Hazel, dear, you should have left a long, long time ago, before the grass got burnt to dust and wind began to blow. Now, Hazel, dear, it would appear that what they're saying's true. All your love got buried neath the black wind, cracking blue.
It's Catalina Shortwave with us today here on the big broadcast, coast to coast and border to border, all of the World Wide Web, and on 50-plus stations throughout the U.S. and Canada. It's Music Monday, it's Catalina Shortwave, and we're doing it today with these guys. Now, this music that you guys have out, how would you describe the style of music you guys are playing here?
The word that we're using is genre bending.
Okay.
Because nothing really that we've written fits nice and neatly into one particular slot in, let's say, the record store shelf. You know.
Okay.
There's different elements of a lot of different styles of music on here, and it's reflective, I think, of where we all kind of came from and what we all brought to the table collectively. There's elements of country, there's elements of soul, there's elements of rhythm and blues, there's certainly some elements of punk, there's elements of hard rock, there's elements of classic rock / stadium rock, blues rock, and everything in between. And at the time that we were doing it, like I said before, we said, well, we don't really know if this is going to resonate with anyone, but we're really digging it. So, again, there was that level of authenticity that came with it. And so it doesn't fit in a slot in the record store bin. Okay, that's fine. It rocks. Any way you slice it, it rocks.
Catalina Shortwave with us today. Tell me about social media. How are you using social media to get your message across?
It's been huge. And it's been absolutely indispensable. It's funny, I was thinking about it the other day, you know, in the old, because I've been, you know, I'm an old road warrior from way back. And,
Oh, yeah.
You know, and, you know, I'm from the days of walking around with flyers and cassettes, walking into different bars and different clubs and talking to different people about, you know, hey, can we get a gig this Saturday night? Maybe we'll make $50 and some beer money. And it's so not like that really anymore. With a couple of keystrokes, we've reached you. You're in Kansas. We're in Connecticut. We're getting reviews from Canada. We're getting reviews from Italy, from South Africa, from the UK, from Hong Kong, obviously from all over the continental U.S. And all this happened via social media. Facebook is indispensable. I don't see really how we could do it without it. Without Facebook, without Twitter, without Reverb Nation. We'll be getting into Instagram and so forth as time goes on. But social media is where it's at. This is how.
Oh yeah,
this is how
it
business
is.
Done in the 21st
I'm telling
century.
you,
it absolutely is.
it's good stuff.
It absolutely is.
Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna play this next track. There aren't much going on, but the bottom, I believe, is what it is. There ain't much going on, but the bottle. Tell me about this track. I want to play this track right now. Tell me about it.
Ain't much going on but the bottle. It's a short song. It's a sad song, and it's a story about alcoholism. You know? It's a story about drinking, and it's a story about what it can do to a person's life. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. I remember when we were writing it, and of course, as a guitar player, I'm going, okay, where's my slap? Where's my solo? And no, there isn't. After we ran through it, a couple dozen times, we said,
well, we're gonna play it because we gotta go, man. I'm gonna play it. Right. I will talk to you soon, man. Have yourself a wonderful day. We'll talk soon, man.
God bless you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much for everything.